Hey guys, it's Crystal here and welcome back to another video of Love in Deep Space. Wait a second. There we go. We got the light on. Where do we put this light? Here? Here? This makes this more ambient. Alright, so, we have these things to do, right? I know we have these, like, time lock keys to do and whatever, but I really want to... No, you do not! Spotify, no! Stop! Alright, so, yeah, so... Basically, I really want to do this first, but, however, I have to, of course, finish the main story because, yeah, I tried doing it this morning, but, did not, and it says that it's when snow falls, so, wait, is Zane going to appear in this one too? Also, I really like this shirt as well because, like, it has, like, the yellow and red where it reminds me of, like, MC and Silas as well, so, like, it's so fun. After matching wits with Silas for 47 rounds, my heavy eyelids forced me to be the one to call it quits first. I slept so deeply that when I woke up, I found myself in my own bed. I had been moved there and I didn't even stir once. Was I really that exhausted, or do I trust him too much? Girl, you should trust him. I mean, I massage my throbbing temples as I recall the information I received during our break last night. Silas's curiosity was piqued by these mysterious antimatter weapons, and he decided to investigate their origin. Luke and Kieran were equally thrilled. They rubbed their hands together as if to say, "We finally got something to do!" Given the usual efficacy of Anakinus' leader, that mysterious hunter will soon cross paths with an odd little group consisting of a boss man, 2 troublemakers, and their crow. As for the key found in the ruins of the Gaia Research Center, will it unlock the secrets of a hidden past or take me down another path that leads to an unknowable future? Yes, and also, from last time, like, during, like, the second chapter or whatever, we saw this, like, kid with white hair. I'm sure this has to do with Zane, because it was from the Fractal Library, right? You know that Fractal Library where there was, where there was a bunch of books, and I'm pretty sure that same library is actually the Tower of Thorns, which was located in the snow. Which what I assume is the Fractal Library, actually. And I think that the Fractal Library is also the Tower of Thorns, which is just a theory I have for now. Either way, it's what I have to investigate. It's what I have to investigate next. I look around the room to find every curtain has been drawn shut with great precision. Not even the smallest sliver of light can get in. My place got turned into a cave, basically, and only he'd do that. Oh. I walk to the window. As soon as I pull back the curtains, blinding light floods my vision. As far as the eye can see, a cold radiance has engulfed the city. A blanket of snow covers every building. It's snowing in Lincoln? Oh no! Has Zane plunged Lincoln City into an eternal slumber? Like Elsa? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. For a while, I've been investigating my past and uncovering ever secrets. And now this ever-changing precarious world seems to face an unprecedented crisis. Protofield disturbances, climate anomalies, some say Earth's climate system has broken down and a disaster comparable to the corona catastrophe is imminent. Others claim Earth is on the verge of collapse. All tectonic plates will shatter, thus human civilization will end. Yet among all these discussions about the end of the world, Earth's collapse, and civilization's downfall, what actually descends upon Lincoln City is a silent snowfall that transforms the city into a pure white expanse overnight. Huh, okay. Backtrackers, Lemuria, everything is starting to make sense now. Oh, is it now? What the fuck? What about the life on a higher plane of existence? The emissary of the divine? Yeah, I knew that was Zane because... Oh, Tara!
Long time no see.
Oh, hi, Tara.
Back from your leave already? Captain Jenna said you had some personal matters to take care of. Is everything okay?
Yeah, and also I forgot to put makeup on, so if I blush, you guys might see it though. As for my administrative leave, only Jenna knew about my visit to the ruins of the Gaia Research Center in the N109 zone. After hesitating for a moment, I shake my head and smoothly change the subject. I'm fine. You could say I went back home. By the way, have you heard about the term emissary of the divine before? It's supposedly connected to civilizations on a higher plane of existence. Among all the rampant doomsday theories, the concept of being watched by civilizations with higher dimensional beings is actually the easiest to understand.
It can mean a messenger who can communicate with godlike entities.
Oh my fucking
Even
god!
if they do exist, finding someone like that would be harder than finding aliens.
Zane! Zane, oh my fucking god! Oh my goodness. I wish I had my bangs back because I hate it. I hate not having bangs. I love having bangs, but my bangs just grew out and look at this. I look emo. One day it'll just hide my eyes completely and I wouldn't be able to see a thing. Okay. The sound of the typing behind me suddenly stops. When I raise my head, I see Nero has come over to join the discussion.
And if those higher dimensional life forms aren't saying anything, well, even an emissary might not know they're one.
Zane is an emissary!
I've also heard that the next mass extinction might be just around the corner.
Yeah, may or may not be related to us, right? Right? Oh god. Nero silently rubs the area between his eyebrows. He's unconvinced.
Isn't that just propaganda spread by prototists to push for the development of protocore technology?
You guys...
Not necessarily. In this vast, endless universe, who knows how many civilizations are locked in battle?
Yeah, I mean, why is the light acting strange? Okay, listen. Alright, so, I would say that, like, who... The people fighting against each other, you know, in Caleb's myth, right? There was people fighting against each other in Caleb's myth, and I wonder who those people actually were. And I don't remember if people actually talked about, of who MC and Caleb were being fought, were fought for or against, you know? Because there was people who were trying to kidnap MC and Caleb because they were the big weapon.
Our Earth might be the only surviving blue dot among them all.
Yeah, we don't know what's scarier, whether we're alone or not alone. There's no good answer to that. Amidst the ongoing discussion, my thoughts begin to wander. Maybe Ever thinks our civilization is already approaching the limits of biological evolution. Oh. Pursuing the transcendence of evolution to counter this supposed crisis, that must be their true objective.
As a side note, there were strange omens before the 2034 Chronorift catastrophe. A polar night was present for 3 consecutive days.
While conversing, everyone unconsciously turns to look at the heavy snow outside. It falls as if descending from the cosmos itself.
Regardless of whether Earth falls apart or the world ends, as long as the subway runs and wanderers exist, we need to fulfill our duties as hunters and protect this city.
That's right, Tara. That's a good mental note. Like, even if the world's ending, it's not ending now, so... Alright, when we are together... Okay. Yeah. Oh, the classroom! It's 5 p.m., and a lecture titled Life's Boundaries is underway in Lincoln University's largest lecture hall. Aside from medical students, students from other departments have taken a seat to listen. In the packed lecture hall, the speaker stands. His back faces a projection of a beating heart model, and his authoritative voice is steady.
Life itself is not endless. Life and death, health and illness. These seemingly opposing concepts maintain the balance of life itself.
Hi, Zane. An inquisitive student raises her hand.
But with today's medical technology, we can potentially do gene editing, cellular regeneration, and even human modification. If immortality becomes achievable, why should we still accept death as the end of life?
Zane,
If we set aside morals and ethics, these technologies could make immortality possible. But this also means that our goal in the medical field has shifted from conquering disease to conquering death itself.
why is there's a mosquito here somewhere and I have failed to get it? Like, ugh, it's probably gonna bite my back or something. Oh, someone texted me. Zane's gaze sweeps across every face in the room, his tone remaining calm as usual.
To conquer disease is to extend life, but to conquer death is to control it. Can we still call ourselves humans after being modified and losing human characteristics? How do we even define human existence?
Hushed discussions fill the lecture hall. Zane looks toward the back as someone quietly opens the door. A familiar figure appears. She quickly slips into the back row, her coat leaving a trail of melted snow on the floor. He quickly shifts his gaze and continues with his previous point.
Life can be extended, but the cycle of life and death should not be controlled.
After the lecture ends, Zane is completely surrounded by eager students. I sit in the back row and wait as students file out behind me.
Did you see the news? How could they accuse Dr. Zane of disregarding human life and abandoning his patients? They're saying he has no ethics.
It all started when some government official's kid got diagnosed with protocore syndrome. They tried to use their family connections to pressure Dr. Zane into prioritizing their surgery. But he refused and went to treat another patient who needed more urgent treatment.
Oh. So that's why they're spreading all those nasty rumors about Dr. Zane online. What a piece of work.
As the students' conversation fades into the distance, I stop eavesdropping and nod in quiet agreement. Spotting a few reporters approaching the lecture hall, I catch Zane's eye and wave. I silently mouth a sentence. I'm here, Dr. Zane! Zane glances in my direction, nods, and makes his way through the crowd of students.
That will be all for today. Someone is waiting for me.
Oh my god! Okay, someone said I won the like the plant thing. Like there was like this thing in my area where there was like a plant thing competition or something, and I put my name into the thing, and I got. Oh my god, his face in the soft light, so pretty. Ah! Oh, I love him, Your Honor. Wait, no. Do I stay loyal? I am loyal to Raphael, but Zane used to be my second, and he still is my second favorite. It's literally like Zane and Silas are like 2 and 2, and who gets the second place, because Raphael will always be my first. But Zane and Silas, not so sure, you know? The garden tournament thing or something. Or something, yeah. I don't know. But I gotta head to the... I don't know. Yeah, okay, so after helping Zane dodge the reporters, we leave the university and stroll through the snow-covered streets, bathed in the evening golden light. You're good at making complex topics clear and accessible, Dr. Zane. If I were a few years younger, I'd sneak into your lectures every day.
Really? What was the second key point from the third section?
Oh, Paul is calling me. Hello?
Hello. Yeah, okay, so It's a price that you. Well,
Alright, I got that fixed. Alright, got that fixed. Alright. Faced with Zane's knowing smile, I sigh and turn to walk to the opposite direction.
Where are you going?
I need to find a time machine so I can hear your brilliant lecture from start to finish. 3, 2... Before I can finish my silent countdown, he grabs my hand.
Come back. I only saw you arrive near the end of the lecture. The time machine must have not been invented yet.
It has been, but, it crashed. Coffee in hand, I sit down a roadside bench as Zane hands me a weathered envelope. He's so pretty. He's so pretty. Stop blinking, Zane! Now that's beautiful. Okay.
Here's the information you requested.
The wax seal on the envelope is still intact. The documents themselves have small creases. Exchanging documents while sitting on a bench. We're like those secret agents trying to save the world in those 008 movies. What's that?
Given what you've asked me
reference?
to investigate, it is certainly a secret that concerns the fate of the world.
Oh, that! Oh, okay. I vaguely remember Zane mentioning Dr. Noah's Arctic expedition research, which might be connected. The cryptic patterns etched into the key seem to point toward the traces of a primordial civilization.
14 years ago, a research team ventured into the Arctic to study life's boundaries. They made an unexpected discovery in an ice cave.
Oh.
According to the surviving documents, the pictographs they recorded in the ice cave bear a striking resemblance to the patterns on the biometric key.
Is that what you were doing in the other chapter? Like, remember, at the end of the chapters before we met, Silas? There was Zane with his powers going like onto a cave. Or on an ice thing. Was that him doing the thing on the, in his dream? Or was that related to this? Or to here? Or was it in the future?
Some members of the expedition team mysteriously disappeared. Others joined the Unicorn research team. Dr. Noah has a photocopy of the expedition journal. It's incomplete, but he hopes it can help you.
Okay. Signals from deep space, the ether core, the key, the clues from intricate web in the darkness. It stretches across the boundaries of time and space. Almost unnoticeable, each strand is being woven into place. They're waiting for that singular moment when everything is taut. Please thank Dr. Noah for me. How is he doing? And what about Pi and the others?
He and the animals are doing well. You remembered to ask about the animals, but have you forgotten something?
How are you doing, Dr. Zane? Huh? It dawns on me. Do you need special attention too?
Do I look invincible to you?
He's so cute! Wait, thinking about how rare our meetings and calls have been lately, I feel a twinge of guilt. So how has Zane been lately? Have you been sleeping well? Do you still have nightmares?
I'm doing well.
Zane is all. For some reason, my words elicit a soft chuckle from Zane.
You've already made time to pick me up after class. And since I'm on my way to work, why don't you walk with me? You can do it as you head back to the Hunters Association.
He's so cute that way. Like, I need to take a picture of that. Thank you very much. Fortunately, Exo Hospital and the association are within walking distance, so we decided to continue on foot. Snowflakes dance through the streets as the intersections traffic, I can't read. Snowflakes dance through the streets as the intersections traffic lights turn red. The flow of vehicles stops. The pedestrians pause on the sidewalk, their heads tilted upward as they wait. They watch the massive holographic display flicker above the intersection.
Ever has officially launched the Fountain of Vitae initiative. In addition, we urge all citizens to stay safe while traveling. If there's an emergency, please seek immediate assistance from the evil police or deep space hunters.
Why does it sound like evil? Evil. Evil. Evil.
Something happened at Azure Square in Imperial Ring Park. They're saying the Alterum appeared or something.
No wonder the news keeps telling us to be careful lately. Having wanderers around was bad enough. Now we have to deal with the Alterum too.
What's the Alterum?
With one disaster after another in this godforsaken world, maybe it should just end already.
Damn. I can't help but stifle a laugh as the light turns green. Traffic and pedestrians start moving again. It is so cold here. Why is it so cold? It's supposed to be spring.
And
Canada, what are you doing?
A medical controversy surrounding protocore syndrome has drawn widespread public attention.
Yeah. Are doctors healing or killing? And the future of protocore syndrome. These sensational headlines drift past my ears in quick succession. Despite being at the center of this media storm, Zane doesn't even glance at the screen. It's cold here. The news keep using that same stone-faced picture of you from Axo Hospital's website. It's basically decades old at this point.
What? Are you tired of looking at it?
Yeah. Sorry. No. I'm never tired of looking at you, though. I was just thinking, if Dr. Zane had smiled even 1 pixel's worth in that photo, then maybe these rumors wouldn't have gotten far. Zane tilts his head, as if he's playing along. He shows the tiniest hint of a smile. But no matter what challenges or criticism you face, nothing seems to shake your decisions or judgment.
What about you? Although you're not saying anything, I can tell something is on your mind. If it's a long story, well, this path might be short, but we can always turn around and walk some more.
Nothing ever escapes his notice, huh? After hesitating for a moment, I tell him about what happened to me in the N109 zone. Oh.
Those monsters and that cosmic void in the sky.
What?
It's all because of you.
Why are we talking about this to him? What? No, I would have never. Would we have said it in such a less? How would we even tell Zane that?
You are this world's calamity.
How do we just drop a bombshell on Zane and saying that we're the?
Ago.
How would we drop a bombshell on Zane like that and tell him that we are the reason of the world's calamity? What the hell? What? Zane? Oh my god. The Gaia Research Center, the Unicorn Laboratory, the Collision Chamber, and the Spatium Quarry absorbed into my body. How would you talk about that? The man's final moments, filled with resentment and rage, remain vivid in my mind. I'm constantly reminded of one thing. I don't belong in the world that I thought I knew so well.
So what you're saying is that they almost put you down in the N109 zone.
You didn't have to phrase it like that. You didn't have to phrase it like that. He wanted to dispose of me like I was some kind of medical waste. Zane's lips curve into a slight smile as he tucks my cold fingers into his coat pocket. God. I'm walking down this path now. It's strangely surreal.
Are you more lost now? Or more certain?
I'm more lost. Well, my very existence feels too strange. It's almost unreal. But does my existence mean anything in this world if I don't have it in my power? His hand warms my fingertips as I gently squeeze it.
Any identity is just a role we temporarily play. It doesn't encapsulate the meaning of one's existence. Even without the identity and responsibilities they assign to you, you've been living just fine.
What if I end up destroying this world one day?
Give me a heads up before you do. I'll make sure to use up all my vacation days first.
At the last intersection, our brief walk quickly comes to an end amidst the crowd. After we cross the street, we'll return to our work and face the challenges that life has in store for us. A wave of sadness washes over me because we have to say goodbye already. I force myself to smile. Do your best, let's do our best, Dr. Zane.
Wait.
Just as I take my hand away from his, he catches it again. Then he pulls me closer, and I'm almost completely enveloped in his coat. Oh my god. Looking down, I notice he's carrying his laptop bag and a simple, understated gift bag. A gift bag? He takes out a scarf from it. The soft fabric gives off a gentle, warm glow under the streetlight. Today's not even a holiday. Why do you have to give it? Why do you have a gift for me?
I didn't have a good excuse. But after hearing about your rather fascinating origin story...
He slightly leans down and carefully wraps the scarf around my shoulders.
Let's call it a celebration of your arrival in this world.
A mix of uncertain emotions well up inside me. They gradually melt away with the warmth of his touch. Did you find time in your busy schedule to knit this scarf, Dr. Zane?
I picked it out. Is it not sincere enough?
He raises his hands to smooth my disheveled hair. The snowflakes that landed on his forehead slowly melt away.
Whether it's ever or something else, the path you've chosen will be full of challenges. But more importantly...
No, wait, I didn't, wait.
Whether it's ever or something else, the path you've chosen will be full of challenges. You'll encounter many people with ill intentions.
Okay.
You must be confident about your own choices. There are certain things that you can never take back.
In the vast expanse of snow, neither of us take a step forward. Then my first correct choice for today must have been seeing you.
Thank you for choosing me.
But... He's so... With 10 seconds left on the green light, he waves goodbye with his back turned before walking into the snowy, dusky blue twilight. Why is he gone now? We are going to see him again. I watch his figure disappear into the distance before tightening my grip on the documents that stick out like a sore thumb. Looking around the bustling intersection, I'm surrounded by a constant flood of noise and information. It seems every sound and flash of a screen pushes people forward their next split-second decision. With this key, I might finally unlock the secrets from 14 years ago. They all involve the Ether Core, or rather, my own secret. I take a deep breath and turn toward the street that will lead me to the association. Well, okay, let's continue the story. Oh my gosh, it's already been half an hour? Oh goodness. My stomach hurts so bad. Is it because I haven't eaten? I haven't eaten anything at all, like, except maybe like a yogurt and some granola, and also a granola bar. Oh man, I forgot to eat. I'll go get something to eat real quick. Alright, I made myself a sandwich. The bread tastes a little bit sour, but it's not really good. Heavy snowfall steadily. Heavy snowfall steadily as darkness settles earlier than usual. Standing in. Okay. You finish this. Standing tall in the heart of the city, Axel Hospital remains brightly lit as always.
Are doctors healing or killing? Exposing the dark truth behind Axo Hospital's division of cardiac surgery? What kind of ridiculous headlines are these?
Oh, please. Dr. Zane has plenty of connections. He's treated everyone from the mayor to gang members. Besides, Oxo Hospital has plenty of friends in reputable media outlets. If it comes down to a media war, no one can predict the winner.
You don't appear to be very busy.
Everyone instantly straightens up. They're like soldiers at attention once they hear a familiar voice. Nervous, they greet Dr. Zane.
Grayson, contact Dr. Joel at Chansha Hospital and ask him to send over the files for those Protocore syndrome patients. We need to develop a new treatment plan for the patient with abnormal symptoms in bed number 12. They were transferred from the ER.
Got it. I'll contact him right away.
We might see more cases with abnormal symptoms. With patients being frequently transferred from the ER, everyone needs to be on call.
After methodically delegating the remaining tasks, the staff watches as Zane disappears down the hallway.
Dr. Zane's composure is something else. He is not that much older than us, too. How is there such a huge gap?
It's like the difference between gods and mortals. We can only admire him from afar.
Zane's a demigod.
Come on,
Oh,
let's
God.
get back to work. The best way we can help Dr. Zane is by doing our jobs well.
Zane, oh my god. At 2 a.m., Zane gets into his car after finishing his work. A notification pops on his phone. The hospital director approved his application for the medical research project. His phone rings. Zane glances at the screen. It's Dr. Noah.
Zachary just called. He said you want to join the Fountain of Atay research project?
What?!
Yes.
This isn't surprising to Zane. He can surely imagine the two Axel Hospital higher-ups discussing the matter.
Thank you for convincing the director, Dr. Noah.
When are you leaving?
Tomorrow.
You decided to do this after returning from Mount Eternal?
Silence fills the air in response, but the answer is already clear.
You make decisions surprisingly fast whenever it involves that incident. I can't tell if the past is a chain that binds you or a force that drives you.
Zane lowers his gaze, his expression remaining perfectly unfazed. Not a single hint of emotion appears.
Perhaps it's both.
You're still young. You're not alone in this world. Don't try to shoulder everything by yourself.
Before hanging up, Dr. Noah purposefully lets out another exaggerated sigh. Zane lowers his phone, its light slowly becoming dim in the heavy darkness of the night.
With so many people behind me, I should be the one walking ahead, yes?
At 3 in the morning, a lone car glides through the wet streets before coming to a stop in front of Maltosio. The store employee has just flipped the sign to closed, but when they turn around, their final customer of the day greets him.
You're just in time, Dr. Zane. 1 minute later, and we would have been closed.
I'm sorry for coming in so late. I'll have 1 sea salt chiffon cake and 1 dark chocolate hazelnut brownie, both of them to go. Yes, for the next month. Could you please deliver 1 dessert each day to this address?
A whole month?
You can't do it?
We can. It's just that you've already reached our highest tier for award points. We can't give you anything else right now.
What?
Are you going on another trip, Dr. Zane?
Zane nods.
Please deliver the new menu items when they become available. Thank you.
Don't worry. I wrote down the address. Let me just confirm the customer's name one more time. This is the young lady, right?
He's sending us desserts every day for the next month? To compensate for not being there for us or something? I don't know, but why? What? As he places the desserts on the passenger seat, he noticed the snow has already accumulated. It's about an inch deep on the road. An inch is not a lot. Here at Canada, 3 feet. The car radio broadcasts tomorrow's weather report. Overcast skies with heavy snow again. Experts have yet to determine the cause of these unusual weather patterns. Zane lowers his head, opens his recent contacts, and carefully writes a message about his departure. As he imagined her reaction, he's embraced with her in a reverie, his features softening with a gentle tenderness. After sending the message, he opens the notes on his phone. The most recent entry was made at 4 a.m. the day before yesterday. First dream. Second dream, Mount Eternal. Third dream, Mount Eternal, William. Fourth dream, chocolate, potted jasmine, gravestone, monster. Fourth dream, too fragmented, can't remember anything clearly. Ever since he returned from Kansas City, these nightmares have appeared more frequently. It's as if fate is sending him omens. Trying to ease the dull ache of fatigue, Zane massages his temples. He turns off his phone, tosses it onto the seat, and grips the steering wheel. The windshield wipers sweep away the snow, but the snowfall grows heavier by the minute. He can barely see less than 50 meters ahead. When Zane finally makes out the two white shapes as a mother and child stumbling along, his car is already dangerously close to them. He jerks the wheel violently to the side. The taillights cut arcs through the snow, and the car crashes through the wave-shaped guardrail. It comes to an abrupt stop in a strip of green vegetation. Terrified, the mother and her child fall. The kid in her arms is covered in crystals and resembles a twisted glass sculpture. In the darkness pierced by headlights, Zane sees something approaching the pair with slow, deliberate steps. Its breath is warm, its presence screaming danger.
Stay back!
It wears human clothes, but there's nothing human about this creature. Crystals have consumed most of its massive body that's hunched over. Strange growths are still pushing through whatever is left of its skin. Its face is twisted into a grotesque expression. Its pupils gleam in eerie dark blue. Each step it takes makes the ground tremble.
Stay away!
Zane, you're gonna become Dawnbreaker! Oh! With trembling hands, the woman covers her child's eyes.
Don't be scared. It's okay. Don't be scared.
There you are, mosquito! Where? Alright, I got the mosquito. Inside the car, Zane's nerves suddenly tense as the ringing in his ears, which has subsided, violently returns. Sharp spikes grow from the ice, materializing in his hand. Zane raises his arm and aims the icy thorns at the monster. The colors of the night silently encroach into this power. It's like, ah! It's like death itself is waking up from a dream. As the monster raises its hand toward the mother and child, a cold gleam suddenly cuts through the air and pierces its chest. Fragmented ice blooms from the monster's chest and almost covers its entire body. The woman looks up in shock and see a figure step out of the car. Moonlight illuminates his cold, almost a mechanical gaze. As the monster lunges forward, a thin blade of ice instantly materializes in his palm. Slaked like the wind and emanating deadly frost, it flies toward the monster's body in the blink of an eye.
Mommy.
It's okay. Someone's here to help us. Just hold on a little longer. Stay awake. Promise me.
Amidst the shattering ice of ice crystals. Hey, I'm not in automatic mode. Come on. Amidst the shattering of ice crystals, everything seems to freeze in time. The monster falls to the ground and snow flies everywhere, obscuring all visibility. A white mist appears. A violent gust of wind howls and sends ice crystals toward the motionless woman. Still dazed from the recent brush with death, she stares ahead. From the blizzard, footsteps approach. Each step echoes like it's the ticking of a countdown.
Please, save my son. He hasn't turned into a monster yet. He won't become one of them.
Zane? The tall man blocks the car's headlights and casts a shadow over the mother and the child before him. The woman shrinks back in fear, and the chocolate slips from the child's trembling hands. It falls onto the snow.
Saving him would be pointless.
How dare you!
Ignoring her anger, Zane bends down to pick up the chocolate and holds it out to her. Ice crystals fall from his fingertips, landing on the chocolate's wrapper. They melt to wash away the blossoming bloodstains.
He's beyond saving.
No! He hasn't turned into a monster! He's still alive! He...
Heart-wrenching sobs slice the darkness as clouds once again obscure the moon. Zane's silhouette quickly dissolves into the snowy night. He's becoming Dawnbreaker! Was he seeing the future? No, those were just dreams. I knew it! Zane became Dawnbreaker in the future. I knew it. In Dawnbreaker's story, he was dreaming of a girl, right? It's not because it's from an alternate dimension, but because it's him in the future remembering her through dreams. Because she's dead. Hey, Alright. I just gotta go in automatic mode for that. I'm not even going to turn this around. I know it's gonna look a little weird, but yeah. It looks like I'm just standing on the side.
My hands aren't just for painting. What come? My shark is hungry.
Now. Raphael.
Yeah, I hear you.
Good job.
I'm almost done with my sandwich.
You won't escape.
Yeah.
Not even a challenge.
Done. Alright. I'm almost finished with my sandwich, guys. Another one? Ugh. Alright, time to end this. Alright.
Lemuria's seas will never dry up.
One of those things again?
Watch out. Come. My shark is hungry.
Now.
shit! Oh no!
Back
Get
up.
out!
Let's see what trick it has up its sleeve.
What the hell was
Down in
that?
one go.
Literally blocked my path.
It's almost over.
Oh.
We crushed them.
It's already done. I thought it was gonna be longer than that. At least, it would at least dure like 60 seconds instead of just 30 or something. Ah, yeah, right. So, alright, now on to the next one. Oh, look at that, it's beautiful. I'm taking a screenshot of that before that is, wait, I took a screenshot of me too. Damn it. I'll take a screenshot of that maybe later, but, wait a second. I need to close my thing here, then take the screenshot, and then turn it back on again. Perfect. It's Dawnbreaker! In the early morning, street lamps cast a bright, lonely glow across the snow-covered streets. It makes the city appear deserted. Barely able to keep his eyes open, a boy dozed off in the priority seat. He swayed back and forth during the trip until he finally bumped his head. It was before the bus stopped too.
Ow!
You again! You again! Who are
Now
you?
arriving at Azure Square Station. Please
As soon as he
remember
gets
to
off the
take
bus,
all personal
cold wind mixed with snow hits his face. It washes away his drowsiness. He rubs his eyes upon realizing where he is. His gaze instantly lights up.
Chuchi, wake up! We're here!
The fuck? Who is this boy? The journey between the Arctic and Lincoln City spans thousands of kilometers. After several transit changes, he finally returned to his starting point. After hurrying to a secluded bench and making sure no one's around, the boy carefully sets down his backpack and gives it an admonishing pat.
We're back. And you're not allowed to run off this time.
Why can't they actually hire a teenager to make the kid voices, right? Because this doesn't sound like a kid at all. Every time I hear a kid speak in this thing, it's like it doesn't sound like a kid.
Until we find the emissary. We
pretended to do a regular
dog whenever there are people around.
To pretend to be a regular dog whenever there are people around. It sounds like that.
You know, the fluffy kind that humans love to pet. Got it? We'll practice paw shaking later.
The boy waits for a long while, but there's no response from the backpack.
Should he?
With a growing sense of dread, he unzips the backpack only to find a hole, a few tangled tufts of white fur, and the wind whistles through the gap. Poor Chuchi. Where's Chuchi? Chuchi, the animal doesn't deserve that. What? Studying the documents Zane gave me, I searched through every library and archive in Lincoln City. I tried my best to uncover the information about cosmic civilizations hidden in the biometric key, but every research has come up empty. Several days of running around have taught me one thing. Have taught me one thing, though. Unlocking the key secrets won't be something I can accomplish overnight. But right now, something else has caught my attention. Ow, my liver hurts. Oh. Jenna!
These are special pathological cases where the subjects retain a human's physical features, but their consciousness has been eroded. Only primitive aggression and instincts remain.
Okay. Hi, Jenna.
For now.
Hi.
We're designating them as Alterum.
Alterum. In Zane's Dawnbreaker story, they were called abominations, I think.
These Alterum share one common characteristic, too. They were diagnosed with protocore syndrome.
Yep. Dr. Brain Dawnbreaker story is this here. Oh, goodness. Oh, mon esti de tabarnak, d'esti de sacrement, d'esti de chorus. Protocore syndrome. Yes! Dawnbreaker, of course! 2 days ago, I received an unexpected message from Zane at midnight. It was long after we parted ways. I have to go on a business trip. It's not dangerous, but we might not be able to contact each other for a while. Don't worry, P.S. I'm not going to Mount Eternal. With these sudden announcements had become the norm, I scrolled through my emojis and sent back a happy snowman with ellipses above its head. The words Protocore Syndrome act like a signal. They connect my earlier suspicions to create a clear pattern. This is under Zane's field of expertise. Could his sudden departure be connected to these Alterum? The description of the Alterum reminds me of those so-called specimens I encountered in Skyhaven. Yes! Those people that wanted to eat us! To eat us out, no. With the Alterum appearing in Lincoln City, does this mean the Fountain of Atay has entered another phase? What does this have to do with the Fountain of Atay?
But according to these forum posts, a mysterious figure has appeared these past few days. They strike before the police do, and their codename is apparently Dawnbreaker.
Ah! Zane! You can't do this to me! Enfold! Why? No! What? Dawnbreaker! No. So it's not an alternate universe? We're not going into an alternate universe to see Dawnbreaker, but Dawnbreaker is actually Zane becomes Dawnbreaker? What the fuck?
They always manage to deal with the Alterum before the police can arrive.
Are you kidding me?
Wait, what? Another urban legend?
Focus.
I am focusing, Captain Jenna, but I can't focus on your gorgeous looks and gorgeous voice right now. But wait, has your voice come back? Hey, wait. Let me.
Focus.
Oh, it's not the same voice. Okay, it's not the old voice. Never mind. Jenna interrupts the off-topic discussion. The virtual display switches to show some photos of a crime scene.
As for these recent Alterum attacks, the police need a hunter to investigate and detect metaflux readings. Does anyone want to volunteer?
I do! I volunteer as tribute! What the fuck? Thinking these clues might help Zane, I raise my hand without hesitation. I'll go, Captain! Dawnbreaker! No! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! No, you gotta be kidding me! No, Dawnbreaker! No! No! Dawnbreaker, why? Why, Dawnbreaker? Why, Dawnbreaker? I need to make your cheeks more puffy. I heard there was a thing on Instagram that made this thing puffier or something like that. Made their cheeks puffy and everything. I should probably do that. Yeah. It's actually a really big plushie when you think about it, right? It's not one of those small ones. It's a really big one. See, it's so cute. I love him. Ah! Blind spot. Okay? Oh, God. Oh. Northern Ring Road, crime scene. After receiving assistance credentials for my investigation, I head to Northern Ring Road that's located in the downtown area. A detective lifts the barricade tape and approaches me. After we shake hands, he leads me to the crime scene.
Thanks for coming out when there's all this snow.
I thought, I'd like to say the same thing to everyone else who's here. I set up the precision scanner on the ground and turn it on. Once the scan is complete, the data will be uploaded to the cloud that the association can access. Then a detailed report will be generated for police use.
Perfect. We've received some of the restored surveillance footage, so we can take a look at it.
I need to curl my hairs up, you know, like just curl it a little bit like this. Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
The surveillance equipment was damaged by the cold, though. I'm afraid the video quality won't be great.
I thought Lincoln City's outdoor surveillance systems were designed to withstand low temperatures.
The temperature dropped far below the equipment's tolerance threshold. It's safe to say the damage wasn't caused by natural means.
Zane, you fucking bastard! Zane! In the low quality footage the detective hands me, I managed to spot, with low quality footage the detective hands me, I managed to spot an unsettling figure lurking in the darkness. Oh, God. The creature's form is distorted. Weapons that look like hooked tendrils grow from its body compared to the ones I've encountered before. Yes! From Sky Haven! They seem to have grown significantly stronger. What about Dawnbreaker? Did you catch them on camera? Oh God. Oh God. Oh. The detective shakes his head.
They managed to avoid being captured by the surveillance system. Meticulous and efficient, I'd say.
Oh God, they don't know it's Dawnbreaker! As I approach the damaged guardrail on the road, my hunter's watch immediately starts blaring an alarm. The initial Metaflux readings are extremely high. The Alterum is already similar to a Wanderer.
So that's it then. We should deal with these Alterum before they completely degenerate into Wanderers. Perhaps this so-called serial killer is actually a hero.
Yeah. Dr. Zane, he is a vigilante. He's a village vigilante. Yes. The detective gives me a contemplative look.
However, from a hunter's perspective, do you see the Alterum as humans? Or are they monsters that need to be destroyed like Wanderers?
Do we have a choice in that matter? Oh God. It depends really. But when you think about it. Have they lost their souls though? It depends. The line between humans and monsters depends on whether they've lost control. So once someone loses control, they become a monster capable of hurting others. It doesn't matter how prestigious their status might be.
What a thought-provoking answer.
Yeah, nice. Good thinking, MC. I need to comb Raphael's little tuft here because, like, it's not as soft as it used to be before. And I really want it to I want it to still be soft. A sharp wail of ambulance sirens cuts through the wind and snow. It grows louder as it approaches. We both look up, our gazes following it.
Wanderers? Alterum? The deep space tunnel? Sometimes I think about the kind of fantastical world I'm living in.
Yeah, even when you're on, when you think about it, it's very fantastical. It's definitely sci-fi.
If a disaster even worse than the Chrono Rift catastrophe arrives, how much could humanity really do?
I mean, you guys survived the Chrono Rift catastrophe. I mean, but every time I imagine how the Chrono Rift catastrophe happens, and when you guys don't have any, when these people, right, in this game don't have any, like notion of protocore technology, they couldn't really survive at all against Wanderers if protocore technology is the only thing that can kill them. Except maybe evols, right? Except that it was when Xavier and he came as Lumiere came down and then killed the first Wanderer, and then the Hunters Association came to be, probably because the people who got a hold of maybe the technology from the spaceship that Xavier was in, people got a hold of protocore technology and then started copying that, I guess. Is what I think. It's my theory. So the authorities are covering this up and classifying it as an accident. They must be trying to prevent the public from becoming even more panicked. He nods before shaking his head.
The Alterum will cause panic, not the murderer.
Seeing my confusion, he smiles.
A blood-stained murderer is more relatable than these abominations. Yay or nay?
Maybe I'm overthinking it, but something about this detective seems off. In any case, the association will provide the police with a formal energy analysis report. I should get going now. Ah, snowing. On my way home, I opened the forum post that Tara sent me a few minutes ago. It's about Dawnbreaker. Ah! Let's expose the truth about the mysterious killer who only appears in snowy dawns. Dawnbreaker. Oh my goodness. The snow glows white on the mountain tonight. Has anyone else noticed that the Alterum in Lincoln City has been slowly disappearing these past few days? It's because the mysterious killer has appeared. A mysterious killer has appeared in Lincoln City. The Dawnbreaker. The Dawnbreaker? No, his name is Dawnbreaker. He is Dawnbreaker. They appear between dawn and sunrise, vanishing without a trace at daybreak, hunting Alterum ahead of the police. Inside scoop, 100% legit information, but don't ask me which insider. I can't say more. Missing you in Lincoln. No way this is real. My uncle works as a dispatcher as the Hunter Center, and he's never mentioned anything like this. The last 10 people who claim to have insider uncles already got ceased and deceased letters. Want to be next in line? Those Alterum things are just way too terrifying. Getting rid of them quickly is definitely for the best. Lol, fake. OP is probably just some writer hired by the site for clicks. Dawnbreaker. The Alterum and Dawnbreaker. These names sound like links in a food chain, destined to exist in perpetual cycle of predator and prey. Those monsters, come to think of it, I'm not so different from them. Will there come a day when others will try to erase my existence? Is that why MC doesn't exist in Dawnbreaker's universe? But we saw Georgie before. We saw Georgie before. We saw Georgie. Wait. Okay. Wait. Guys. Serious conversation here. You know Georgie, right? We see Georgie a little bit in his story branch, in Zane's story branch, when he sees Georgie and his mother and all that, and you could have saved me. Why didn't you save me and my child? When he was saying that. What? You know, like what happened? Did that happen before or after? Or did it happen in another alternate universe and Dawnbreaker saw did Dawnbreaker exist before? What is going on? Is Dawnbreaker in the same timeline as MC? This is so confusing. Well, they're coming. As this crosses my mind again, I find myself strangely at peace. What was that? I hear a strange noise behind me. Then when I turn around, I notice paw prints on the ground. Oh, it's Chichi. What kind of animal left these? A squirrel, maybe? Or a stray dog? Confused, I stand there, but then a white blur darts past my periphery. A scarf suddenly tightens around my neck before vanishing. Ah! When I come to my senses, it's all left in the snow as a chaotic trail of footprints. The white fur has already vanished into the darkness and around the street corner. My scarf! In the run-down, gloomy alleyway, only scattered spots of light fall upon the snow-covered ground. A dead end. It took my scarf too. Where did it go? Snow falls silently. My surroundings are so quiet that even the sound of breathing seems jarring.
Are you going to drag me back to the cocoon? I won't return. Wait. You're Dawnbreaker. Just kill me already!
Dawnbreaker? My heart races as I hold my breath and silently move forward. As soon as I turn the corner, I raise my gun at the shadowy figure.
You...
What? In the dim lighting, several objects coldly flash from the figure's palm. They're ice shards, and they're pinned they've pinned the teenager's sleeves and pant legs to the wall. Black crystals cover the teenager's left arm and neck, but he's different from the test subjects I've encountered in Skyhaven. The realization hits me. He's an Alterum.
I said you could kill me, not torture.
I suggest you stay quiet.
That voice. I freeze upon hearing a familiar voice and move my finger away from the trigger. In that split second, a sharp ice shard cuts through the air. It barely... Wait! It barely misses my cheek. Dawnbreaker, like the Grim Reaper, turns to face me. With cold indifference, he meets my gaze. Zane? The white figure, the white creature that had vanished. Hey! The white creature that had vanished into the snowy night suddenly appears out of nowhere. It jumps onto Zane. So Dawnbreaker is from an alternate universe! He came from the same alternate universe where... Oh my fucking god! But... What? What? Taking advantage of Zane being momentarily distracted, the teenager breaks free from his restraints and pulls out a knife from his waist. With desperate, wild eyes, he lunges at him. But his wrist is caught in twisted pain. The cracking of dislocated bone echoes through the alley. That sounds like a good scream, though.
What exactly is this cocoon you speak of?
Why do you need to know so much?
As if the word cocoon was buried into his nerves, the teenager suddenly jerks away. He clutches his crystallized left arm as he frantically runs to hide behind me. Spotting my gun, he forcefully grabs my hand and turns it. The barrel is pointing...
If you're not going to kill me, then let me go. Stay back!
A flicker of surprise appears in Zane's eyes, but that moment of uncertainty quickly fades, and his usual coldness returns. Zane, why are you here? Zane, who should be away on a business trip, is in a remote alleyway in the middle of the night with an Alterum teenager. He was addressed as Dawnbreaker, too. Something isn't right. Questions pile up one after another. In my mind, as I assess the situation, I slowly try to free my hand from the teenager's grip. You!
You haven't gotten to the point where death is necessary.
Zane and I speak almost at the same time, and I'm once again taken aback by the coldness in his voice.
But after tonight, that might change. The crystals will erode your body. Your skin will be split open, and your bones will be ground to dust. When it reaches your neck, you'll lose your voice. No one will hear you scream.
Oh my... I need to... Which light? Should I just put it right here? Yeah, that seems better, but... The person I've just met before is the same one standing before me, yet this version of Zane feels like a stranger. His voice is cold, his gaze is cold, even his breath is the epitome of coldness. Something seems to trigger a memory in the teenager. His voice trembles as his body curls like a bow being drawn back. he buries his face into his knees.
You're right. They all died like that, after emerging from their cocoons.
Cocoons?
I want to live. But if I'm going to turn into a monster, what's the point? Rather than let the cocoon turn me into a mindless monster, I'd rather die.
Zane remains silent as he lowers his gaze as ice crystals silently form in his palm. Is he really going to do this?
A dignified death doesn't exist. Thinking you're in control of the situation by choosing to die, you're only comforting yourself with a lie. Did you escape just so you could die like a dog?
Don't lecture me with that nonsense!
The teenager straightens up and lunges at me again, his hands trembling uncontrollably, yet he grips my gun with all his strength, refusing to let go.
You're a hunter. A hunter's gun can kill a monster like me, right? Pull the trigger already!
What? No way! What? They're giving me the choice to kill a teenager? What do I do? What? No, wait, what? I did not want to be involved. What? Wait. I won't do that. You can't be serious. With a flick of my wrist, I toss the hunter's firearm away and kick it out of reach. The teenager desperately lunges for the firearm, but Zane catches him by the waist and pins him against the wall. Stay calm. Focus on my breathing. Exhale. Inhale. You're trembling. I know you don't really want to die, so stop saying it. After several seconds pass, the teenager finally comes to his senses. He nods as if emerging from a trance. I steal a glance at Zane. His expression is completely serene and unmoved. It's as if he's an aloof observer standing at the crossroads between life and death. I move closer to Zane, firmly hold his hand in place, and give the teenager a gentle smile. You heard what he said, right? He said you can't die yet. He's the best cardiac surgeon in the city. If he says there's hope for you, then you can be optimistic about the future.
He's a doctor?
I know he might not look the part right now, but he really is the best in his field. Just don't misunderstand his intentions. You need to go, now. The teenager freezes for a moment. As soon as Zane shifts his foot ever so slightly, the teenager spins around and runs away. Are you the same Zane, or are you just an alternate universe? Oh my god. Late into the night, the streets gradually darken. The light reflected off the snow street and makes street lights appear soft and dim. After watching the teenager leave, I turn back to look at Zane, who feels like a stranger. The small animal of an unknown breed stubbornly refuses to let go of his coat. It whimpers as he pushes it to the ground again. Now that it's just the two of us and this dog? Anyway, you can tell me what's going on, right? Did your business trip end early, or did Axo Hospital call you back for an emergency? While I'm still asking questions, Zane bends down to pick up the snow-covered scarf. Then he stares at me as I'm trying to confirm something. As if trying to confirm something.
Is this yours?
Huh? If I remember correctly, this is a scarf you picked out 3 days ago.
Oh, then it's mine.
As soon as he says this, Zane walks right past me. You don't know me? Why are you suddenly acting like you don't know me?
Should I know you? If there's nothing else, I'll get going now.
But your home isn't there.
I know.
He stops in the snow and gives me a cold glance over his shoulder. His voice is devoid of any emotion.
The subway station is this way.
So it is from an alternate universe! It's not him! It's not really him! Oh my fucking god, thank you so much! Oh my god! On the empty street, our footsteps crunch in the soft snow. With his tall stature and long legs, Zane strides quickly and widens the distance between us. I have no idea where he's heading or why he's acting like he forgot who I am. All I can do is quicken my pace to catch up to him. Zane, answer me! I step in front of him to block his path. A mix of frustration and disbelief makes my chest tighten.
What's the matter?
That's my line. Has your evil gone out of control again? The puppy whose species I don't recognize catches up to us. Its gaze flits between him and me.
No, I'm perfectly fine.
Zane casually brushes me aside and continues walking.
Hey, I think a couple is breaking up in the middle of the street.
No! Fuck yeah! Oh my fucking god, no! The puppy quickly shakes the snow off his body, gives me a sympathetic look, and then runs after Zane, who's already walking away. The two figures soon become dots in the snowy light. Whether it's because of frustration or anger, I stubbornly walk away without looking back, but after a few steps I feel like something is wrong. Wait, the direction Zane's heading in. My heart races as I quickly follow the footprints in the snow. Zane lies unconscious on the ground, his brows tightly knitted as if darkness is dragging him down into its depths. Zane? I crouch and shake his shoulders, but he doesn't respond, no matter what I do. I can't just leave him like this. I try to help Zane up. As my fingers brush against his neck, I feel a layer of frost. It's unnaturally black. Could this be related to his nightmares again? A heavy sense of foreboding weighs on my mind, but getting him out of here comes first. I struggle to support Zane's weight as I drag him along one step at a time. Why was he talking about taking the subway? This path actually leads to my apartment complex. Should I bring him to my apartment? Let's bring him to our house! What will go wrong? In the dream. What is going on? Zane, oh my god, you're so cute, oh my god. With his weight pressing against my shoulder, even a usually short walk home feels endless. Zane and I practically collapse onto the bed together. Snow from our coats scattered onto the floor. The little white animal anxiously bounces back and forth on the sofa. I pick it up and gently shake Zane. Hey, come here. Hey, why are you not working? Why is it not working? Guys, please. Okay, I'm just gonna... Zane! His eyes remain closed. A streak of black silently emerges from his sleeve and creeps along his veins until it reaches the back of his mind. The black ice that appeared on his neck has already spread to this area. I need to wake him from his dream. I reach out toward the side of Zane's neck and gather my power. Almost instantly, I sense the chaotic, surging power raging throughout Zane's body. Like a force that's been suppressed for eons and is now finally breaking free, a bone-chilling cold surges forth. It makes my entire body shudder. The power within his body is unstable. That's why he lost consciousness. At that moment, Zane's eyes snap open, and he grabs my wrist.
What are you trying to do?
He grabs my hand and pins it. Encased in ice, my wrist is already stuck to the wall once I realize what's happening. You! I take several deep breaths to compose myself. I'm trying to help you treat the black ice. When did it start appearing?
While I was dreaming.
He lets go of my wrist, and the ice crystals dissolve with it. I guess there's no point in asking. To my surprise, the black frost didn't disappear after our resonance. It stubbornly remains on his body. Nevertheless, Zane appears much better than before. Remembering how cold he felt, I take out a thermometer to check Zane's
Extremely
temperature.
low temperature detected. To protect the device and extend its service life, the system will be automatically turned off in 1 minute.
The reason for the extremely low temperature isn't concerned, and tries to prop him. He tries to prop himself up. Seeing this, I pull out an old-fashioned infrared monitor and aim it at him. Freeze! I press the sensor against his forehead and playfully pull the trigger.
You're being childish.
As expected, he doesn't move. Beep, lost in thought. Beep, lost in thought. I stare at the screen showing his abnormally low temperature. No wonder all the surveillance cameras at the crime scene were damaged by extreme cold. Even though I'm not sure if it'll help, I take 2 fever pills and hand them to Zane along with a glass of warm water.
That's medicine. It's bitter. I'm not consuming it.
You're not gonna eat it with your teeth, of course! You're a doctor! You of all people can't complain about bitter medicine. For what must be the first time in his life, Zane's face shows an expression that can only be described as okay and... Not knowing how to help him recover, I head to the kitchen and make make fresh carrot juice. I doubt it'll do anything, though. Make him drink it. Drink this instead! It's your favorite!
You know my preferences that well?
Zane seems genuinely thirsty. He takes the glass, hesitates for a moment, then chugs it in one go. Well, do you want to give a more detailed review this time? He meets my gaze as the entire glass of carrot juice turns into a solid column of ice in his hand.
It's awful.
I see your hatred for carrots is written into your DNA! I see your hatred for carrots is always the same no matter who you are, Zane! As the night deepens, the hustle and bustle outside my window gradually fades into silence. I gather every blanket and quilt in the house and stack on top of Zane. Then I crank my heater up.
I'm not cold. I've already told you this. Take these blankets away.
Why don't you take them off yourself?
I don't have the strength.
Then don't move. He purses his lips only to furrow his brow a moment later.
You've been fussing over me for a while now. Is it for a particular reason?
You're important to me. Uncertainty flickers in his gaze.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't want him to see my expression, so I turn away. The real reason is simple, actually. Oh my god, I can't do that. When he falls silent, I push away my chaotic thoughts and turn his cold face toward mine. Dawnbreaker, you're very famous. So don't you dare run away or disobey me, or else I'll...
You'll what?
He asks softly. His chin is still tilted up by my hand as his gaze falls to meet mine. I'll make sure you won't live to see tomorrow's dawn. I yank the blanket up to block his voice and gaze in the darkness.
What you described is not the first time this happened to Zane. I witnessed it once when he was doing research with me at Mount Eternal.
What?
He became a complete stranger overnight, and no one knew what happened to him.
I figured this wasn't the first time Zane had been in this state. Dr. Noah's words only confirmed my suspicions. How did he recover from it?
That's something only he knows.
Over the phone, Dr. Noah sounds just as troubled as me.
Back then, he ventured deep into Mount Eternal by himself, as if he had something to do there. When we saw him the next day, he had returned to his usual self, the one we all knew. I guess whatever he needed to do was done.
Mount Eternal. That place seems to be hiding a burden that Zane has never been willing to speak about. But my intuition tells me that whatever changed in Zane must have happened before the Mount Eternal incident. Those black ice crystals, seemingly out of reach, they linger somewhere in the depths of my memories. When I open the door again, I find a ball of white fur sitting on the bed. It's wagging its tail at me. When did you sneak in? As I get closer, I notice the creature is contained with a semi-transparent dome made from the ice evil. It restricts its movements. I don't even need to ask who did this. Zane really doesn't show mercy, huh? The puppy-like animal lets out what sounds like a bark of agreement. I reach out to dispel the evil ice barrier, then I sit down with the creature in my arms. Now closer to Zane, I can see his eyelashes trembling in his deep sleep, like they're like the wings of a weary bird that's finally resting at home. I don't know what you're dreaming about, but I hope it's their sweet dreams. Good night, Zane. Bro, we have Dawnbreaker Zane in our house! In the stillness of the night, only the white creature notices a faint sound. A subtle energy seems to be flowing. The white animal's ears twitch as it looks up at Zane and the girl's joined hands. The cold, corrosive sensation gradually fades. A warmth surges through Zane's cold fingertips like water traveling through a leaf's veins. For this soul that's been trapped in nightmares for so long, the unmelting black ice covered in his body finally recedes a bit. Recedes bit by bit, bit by bit. Oh god, this is so, So we got Dawnbreaker! Extreme coldness. Oof. Okay, we got new info about Zane. He is like Jack Frost, basically.
The investigation into the Alterum and the unidentified suspect is still ongoing. We urge all citizens to remain vigilant, avoid spreading rumors, and exercise caution when traveling alone at night.
It's already the next morning when I wake up. Groggy, I prop myself up and press my temples to clear my mind. Beside me, Zane is still asleep. It's a rare sight at this hour. I lean closer and slowly become aware of his steady breathing. I watch as it slightly stirs in the fabric across his chest. Poke. His breathing is loud. Oh my god. This is payback for making me haul you home through the heavy snow yesterday. And that's for freezing my hand to the wall. Holding back my laughter, I give Zane's nose a gentle pinch. It really hurt when you froze my wrist, so I'll pinch your nose for that.
Is messing around with people while they sleep a habit of yours?
I feel his warm breath on the top of my head. My breath hitches as I meet his slightly wary gaze. Zane? The morning light filters through the curtains and falls onto his tousled hair. Looking into those eyes, I can tell that familiar Zane has returned.
Yes.
Joy wells up inside me as I wave my hand in front of his face. Are you finally awake from your nightmare? He nods, as if he stretches his neck. As he stretches his neck, I see the black ice on his body has completely disappeared. You're actually back to normal!
You could phrase that differently.
Before he can say more, I embrace him. He doesn't pull away and gently wraps his arms around my waist. Congratulations! I'm the first person you saw when you woke up.
Yesterday, when I was in that nightmarish state, did I trouble you?
Yeah. You were kind of cute. You were a little You were kind of cute. Maybe a little, but you were kind of cute. Especially when I pinned you under the blanket.
You could only see the blanket. How was that cute?
Seeing that cold and willful side of Zane, even for one night, reminded me of when we barely knew each other. I feel at ease as everything falls into place. A moment passes, and I look into his eyes again. How much do you remember about yesterday? Zane rubs his temples and sits up.
It's a little hazy, but I remember most of it.
Including how you froze my electronic devices and hands through the wall, and how you even told me not to be nosy? He glances away for a moment before his gaze calmly returns to me.
I also remember how you stacked blankets on me, and did a test with carrot juice.
Your memory is impeccable, so when did these nightmares start?
They became more frequent after I returned from Chansha City. And in those dreams, I always forget who I am and what I'm supposed to be doing. The me in my dreams, however, has his own mission to complete.
He presses his lips into a thin line and looks at me. The guilt he feels is clear. For some reason, the scene from last night flashes through my mind again. It stirs up emotions I can't quite name. Well, there's no more black ice on your neck and hands. Your palms are warm too. It's safe to say that you passed the physical examination. Come back to reality, Zane. Welcome back to reality, Zane. Sorry, I really misread that. I'm like, welcome back to reality. Welcome back to reality. Okay. I open my arms and wait for him to initiate the hug this time. Oh, he's so cute. Zane hesitates before leaning down. Then he wraps his arms around me. His warm breath rushes against my neck.
Good morning.
I need to take a picture of that just in case. Just in case I do my animations. Because if I do a 4-star memory, if I do a 4-star memory, or a, like a Secret Times memory animation, then I'm going to need this. Before taking Zane home, he accompanies me to the association. I'm going to update them on my progress in the Alterum investigation. Dawnbreaker vanished overnight. Some people on the forums joked that he had been broken by the dawn. Oh my god. The police investigation has hit a dead end, and the relentless snowfall is still the biggest obstacle for gathering evidence at the crime scene. While waiting for Zane to finish shopping, I sit in the car and look at today's news.
Ever, which announced the Fountain of Atay initiative, has revealed the first phase of the project, the Val Sanatorium.
No. Oh, God, stop it, Ever!
According to several reports, Val Sanatorium is using medical pods called rebirth cocoons to treat patients with protocore syndrome.
But they become wanderers right after! Oh my... That's what's making them turn into wanderers! It's rebirth cocoons! My mind quickly latches onto this word. I heard this term yesterday.
You're right. They all died like that, after emerging from their cocoons. Rather than let the cocoon turn me into a mindless monster, I'd rather die.
The cocoons the Alterum mentioned must be these rebirth cocoons. Sensing my troubled thoughts, the white creature pushes its fluffy self from the backseat to settle on my lap. Are you trying to comfort me? Thank you. When Zane woke up, I asked about the animal. He said it belonged to some distant relatives. The fuck? As for why he got lost, stole my scarf, and refuses to leave Zane's side, Zane says he's not sure. So, what kind of creature are you? I decided to take my phone and use its image its image recognition feature. As the screen refreshes, it shows a majestic It's Bai! It's Bai! From St. Smith! No! Of course! Bai! His name is Bai! No, his name is Shuchi from the little boy. But we called him Bai! It's a Bai-Zay! The divine beast of antiquity knows all beneath heaven and earth. Huh? With trembling hands, I cup his face. My gaze travels from his clear eyes to the tiny horns protruding like fresh sprouts near his ears. His name is Juan Bai from Saint Smith. What the fuck? As I struggle to find the right words, Zane returns to the car. He has a bag of chocolates and dog food. Since you bought dog food, why don't you keep him? After all, your robot vacuum is the only other living thing in your house. Shouldn't it have a friend?
That won't be necessary. My robot vacuum has its own social life.
Zane! What? You what? What is going on? What is it? What? The headlights cut through the heavy snow gloom. A figure is looking around while standing near Zane's house. It's a young boy in plain clothes. He's holding books in his arms. As soon as we get out of the car, the boy's face lights up with excitement and anticipation. He spreads his arms wide, forgotten the books fall to the ground. Oh, it's you again, the boy!
Emissary!
What the fuck?! They're like opposites! Yin and yang, what the fuck is this?! Who are you?! What is this? I need to drink water from that. Hold up. Okay. Wait, do I have 5% left? Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. I have to watch this though. Cause nah. Of course not. The unfamiliar teenager rushes towards Zane, who's standing behind me. The mysterious little creature, wagging its tail, runs over as well. Soon enough, all three of them are tangled in a group hug. Who is this?
Let go of me.
The teenager steps back, and he excitedly scoops up the small animal.
So that's where you went, Shuchi. Why didn't you tell me?
Shuchi, alright? Watching this harmonious scene between human and animal, I'm touched, but then I quickly become confused! Whose kid is this? What did he just call you? Oh my fucking god! Hold on, what did he just call you? Is he role-playing as your servant? Or your son in a fantasy setting?
Don't jump to conclusions. He's the son of a distant relative, and he loves sci-fi movies and cartoons. I suppose his latest hobby is running away from home.
No, Zane, stop lying. But now that I'm looking at him, this kid kinda reminds me of... I studied the boy's round face, his straight posture, and those mature eyes sparkling with excitement. Come to think of it, there really is a tiny resemblance. Hey! Before I can finish my sentence, Zane swiftly taps the knuckle against the top of my head.
You should channel your brain power into writing a research paper instead.
I'm just teasing you. I know you didn't look like this when you were young. Wait, he looks like... Oh my god, that must have been so adorable! There's a... What? I leaned down to get a better look at the boy. He has delicate features and appears to be around 11 or 12 years old. Did you live in Lincoln too?
Well, you could say that. I live in the Fractal Library.
Excuse me?
In a nearby residential area.
The Fractal Library! The Fractal Library? I've never heard of it before. Is it a new building? Knowing he's related to Zane, I find myself adopting a gentler, friendlier tone. Is this little guy your pet? What breed? Actually, what kind of animal is it?
He's just a regular pet dog. He's not special. Go on, Shuji. Bark.
It's a bison!
That's not the correct sound.
That does sound like a...
Okay, now shake.
What the fuck is going on? What the hell? What the hell? What is this? What? 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 The small creature glances at me and then at Zane. He swallows his pride and places his paw in the boy's palm. Zane stands by the wall with his arms crossed, then he sees my skeptical look. He looks away. The boy's face relaxes with relief as his expression shifts to one that says, I told you so. Can you speak? Can you speak? Maybe I'm the one losing my mind here. Seemingly unable to watch any longer, Zane waves his phone.
I just got a text from his parents. They're going to pick him up.
Already? Can't you stay for a while longer?
I was actually planning to stay for a while.
Zane's sharp gaze sweeps over the boy. I might be imagining things, but the child and the dog freeze. Bye, Zay.
Right. I wanted to say hello. Uncle Zane will send me home.
What the fuck? Zane, you know this kid!
So you should head inside. I'll see him off.
How do you know this kid, Zane? What the fuck? What is going on? In the dim daylight, Zane watches the girl wave goodbye. She's out of sight once she closes the door behind her. The boy catches a snowflake in his palm and silently watches it melt.
Why did you come here?
Hearing the scrutiny in Zane's voice, the boy's expression shifts to match his severity.
7 years ago, you promised to take up the position at the Fractal Library. I traveled here because I'm asking you to fulfill that promise.
If he does, he will become the Foreseer. It's just like his myth. Oh my. Oh, no.
You were selected as the emissary of the Divine. Astra ordained it, and your nightmare is the greatest proof of this.
Zane speaks before the boy can say more.
I also said that I had my own choices to make and more important matters to attend to back then.
The boy's expression grows serene, and his voice carries a maturity unlike the one from a few seconds ago.
Was becoming that version of yourself in the nightmare also a choice? People think they're making choices most of the time, yet they're unaware that all these options lead to one inevitable outcome.
That he becomes Dawnbreaker if he doesn't become the Foreseer.
Fate falls upon us like this snow. It is silent and inevitable. And you too are destined to become...
He trails off, and the only sound that can be heard is nothing more than a barely audible sigh.
Since you haven't made up your mind, there's no point in me staying here any longer. But
The maturity and composure vanish as the boy's voice shifts back to a childlike tone.
I left the excesses bracelet you made for me at the library. Can you make me another one, please?
After a resigned sigh, an ice bracelet materializes around the boy's wrist.
Thank you, emissary. I'll take my leave now. In any case, you're welcome to find me at the Fractal Library in Lincoln City. I'll be sure to visit you again as well.
They look like opposites. Yin and yang, almost. His eyes are like yellow and his are blue. And, his eyes are hazel. Well, Zane's eyes are hazel, though. The boy slightly raises his hand, and his fingertips touch the air as geometric shape gradually unfolds. He bows before stepping into the door woven from countless folded dimensions.
The emissary is a liar. I counted every single day for 7 years.
So, guys, welcome back. I lost my battery, and, what I mean by that is that my tablet lost battery, so I had to plug this in. Now I'm going to be sitting like this for the entire time because, yeah, I'm only at 9%, so, like, yeah, I'm just crouched up in a weird situation, in a weird, position, I guess, but, like, yeah, at least it's better. I'm gonna skip to the part where I'm at. Hold on. It's gonna sound weird, but trust me. Skip. Wait a second. What if I said this? Whose kid is this? Zane guides the boy behind him.
The son of a distant relative. He loves sci-fi movies and cartoons. I suppose his latest hobby is running away from home.
Oh, so it just skips to
And
that, I
he's
guess.
the master of that.
I lean down to get a better look at the boy. His delicate features appear to be around 11 to 12 years old. So, I guess we got more information from when we asked, what he just called Zane, instead of when, we asked who the boy was. Okay.
Excuse me?
Time to skip.
Okay.
That sounds so weird when you put it at that speed. Spin.
I just got a text from his parents. They're going to pick him up.
I was actually planning to stay for a while. Right, I wanted to...
Time to move on. Come
It's
on.
cold, so you should head inside. I'll see him off.
Okay. Okay, now it's the serious mode.
Why did you come here?
Wait a second. What did he say about 7 years ago? 7 years ago, you promised to take up the position at the Fractal Library. Oh, so that was from the,
I also said that I had my own choices to make and more important matters to attend to back then.
Was becoming that version of yourself in the nightmare also a choice? People think they're making choices most of the time, yet they're unaware that all these options lead to one inevitable outcome. Fate falls upon us like this snow, and Thank you, emissary. I'll take my leave now. In any case, you're welcome to find me at the Fractal Library in Lincoln City. I'll be sure to visit you again as well.
The boy slightly raises his hand, and his fingertips touch the air as geometric shapes gradually unfolds. He bows before stepping into the door woven from countless folded dimensions. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of...
The emissary is a liar. I counted every single day for 7 years.
This reminds me of that one movie. I don't remember what that movie was, but there was this movie where... A Wrinkle in Time. A Wrinkle in Time. There was this movie called A Wrinkle in Time, and there was this girl, this boy. They both go into geometric shapes along with some people that were like emissaries from those geometric shapes, and they were trying to fight this like darkness type thing that was like the embodiment of everything, the embodiment of anything that is cruelty. And so it kind of reminds me of that. I'm sure that's what... As if drawn to his accusation, the wind and snow seem to follow through the vanishing door. They're silent. The snow ceases, and Zane remembers the first time he entered the Fractal Library. Even though it's called a library, its exterior was remarkably ordinary. It was a building nestled in a quiet corner of Lincoln City's silent streets. The young boy begged him again and again, so he pushed open the slightly weathered open wooden door. There were neither bookshelves nor defined boundaries. Instead, an endless garden with intertwining paths appeared before him. And the library that seemed to belong to another world stood at the point where those paths converged. As soon as Zane stepped into the backlight, he raised his hand and saw countless bookshelves. They reached toward a tower's summit where sunlight poured in. The library's shelves were endless. They looked like they were like stairs that led to another dimension. Then a young person approached them and claimed that Zane and the young boy were administrators of this place. In addition, Zane was destined to become the Fractal Library's owner. The young person told him that the Fractal Library, which stood at the intersection of dimensions, didn't really exist in any galaxy. It didn't belong to any civilization either. Each book in the library contained the fate of a world. Zane wondered if his own fate was among them. Perhaps his nightmares were hidden within a page of these large volumes from the moment he pushed open the door. On the night he returned home from the library, Zane had a different dream. In that unfamiliar world, he wore robes that as he walked in a very tall tower. He was leafing through an ancient tome. Through its pages lay a jasmine petal from a spring day, and that spring day belonged to a timeline he had erased with his own hands. It would forever remain unknown to anyone. Foreseer. I cried multiple times whenever I rewatched and watched the Foreseer's myth. Okay. Alright guys, so if you really liked the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and the second part of Zane's, part in the main story will be coming out right soon, okay? Yeah, okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye!